I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2020 RTPI Awards for Planning Excellence in the English Regions. These awards have now been running for over 40 years and provide that all-important opportunity to reflect, recognise and reward the achievements of planning professionals, teams and organisations at a local level. These awards enable us to celebrate the achievements of planners as they work to transform our places and spaces, support our communities, protect and enhance our environment, and help shape successful and resilient economies for future generations. This year, COVID-19 brought life as we once knew it to a halt. Lockdown meant that we lived our lives in different ways. We saw our local areas through different eyes, sometimes good, sometimes not. As planners, our initial focus was on keeping the planning system running. Our adaptability and resilience proved that we could do this. But our experiences have also made us reflect on how we need to design, build and transform our environment for the future. This Friday, I am delighted to be hosting our first ever Top of the Planning Pops, when I will be in conversation with the judges from across the regions to discuss some of this year's shining examples of planning excellence and exploring how entries in future years may reflect what we've learned. Today, however, it's our turn to celebrate the wide range of amazing projects, people and teams that have kept our judges so busy over the last few months. But before we move on, I would like to take a moment to thank all the judges for volunteering their time, their knowledge and their expertise and arriving at what I know was often a challenging task, a winner in each category. I would also like to thank the sponsors, whose support has not only enabled these awards to take place, but also to widen their reach through digital technology. This year, across the regions, we had approaching 100 entries, and from what I've been told, narrowing these down to a shortlist was quite a challenge. Before we announce the winners, it's important to mention that the regional award winners will go straight through to the shortlist for our RTPI National Awards for 2021, and the winner of the Young Planner Award will automatically be entered into the National Awards for Young Planner 2021. And looking forward, if you were unable to enter the 2020 regional contest and have been inspired by the awards, then there's plenty of time to enter the national awards. The closing date is the 14th of December. So take this opportunity to showcase your projects, teams and organisations and submit your entry. Now, to find out about the finalists in your region and most importantly, who has won an award, I am now delighted to hand over to your regional chair. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you to Sue and warm welcome to all of you for joining the RTPI Yorkshire Awards for Planning Excellence event via YouTube. As Sue has said, 2020 has been an extraordinary year, but the work of the planning profession has carried on. It is one of the pleasures at the regional level to recognize and to celebrate high quality achievement in our field. We were delighted that we received 20 very impressive entries this year, the highest of any other region. As the quality of entries was so high, we have chosen to showcase all 20 in this presentation for you. Jennifer Wynyard is our head judge and has undertaken the role for several years. We are very grateful to Jennifer and her fellow judges in giving so much time and care in assessing the submissions. I also thank Sarah Richardson, our regional coordinator, who has effectively provided administrative support. The entries reflect the diversity of the work done in planning across Yorkshire. It is, of course, a very varied region. We have prosperous cities, 3 national parks, thriving towns and a rich heritage, but also extensive rural and coastal areas, some with difficulties of service access and deprivation. It presents a wide range of planning challenges. I would encourage all members to keep in touch with the regional events through the website and to think about next year's awards of contributing to the region. Particular thanks are due to CMS Law and King's Chambers for the sponsorship of this event. Both are prestigious law firms who are supportive of the RTPI and planners in the region. Stephanie Hall, barrister at King's Chambers, will be speaking later to announce the highly commended entry. Rebecca Roth, partners at CMS Law, will announce this year's winner. Now let's hear a bit about this year's sponsors. Over to Stephanie.
I'm Stephanie. I'm a planning barrister at King's Chambers in Leeds. I also am from North Yorkshire originally, so very passionate about Yorkshire as a region. And I'm lucky enough to be familiar with some of the sites and the great schemes nominated this afternoon. King's Chambers has also been lucky enough to work with many RTPI Yorkshire members over the years, and we're really proud to sponsor this event, which we hope furthers the important aim of supporting and publicising great planning in Yorkshire. So over to you, Rebecca.
So thanks, Stephanie. As mentioned earlier, my name's Rebecca Roth. I'm a planning and environmental partner in the Sheffield office of CMS. We're a global law firm, but with our roots firmly in the region. And we've actually just committed our future to Sheffield by entering into a new lease for some space as part of the City 2, which is excellently one of the submitted schemes today. And we're very excited to move in, hopefully in December. We at CMS have been sponsoring this event for a number of years now, and it's always one of the highlights of our calendar. It always amazes us to see the level of the talent. This year particularly, as a planning and environmental lawyer, I'm particularly thrilled to see so much focus in the submissions around things such as sustainability and climate change mitigation, generally environmental sustainability. And also what's great this year is how important it is in such difficult times for everybody to really come together to celebrate and recognise success. Despite all the hardships, COVID's given us a bit of an opportunity to maybe think a bit more deeply about what planning and placemaking actually means for us all in the Yorkshire region, but also more widely across the north. Maybe a bit like a circuit breaker for the mind. We've all been thinking, I think, more deeply about these things, particularly since lockdown showed us the importance of positive spaces to live and work and to breathe. And so we now have the chance as an industry really to move forward and properly focus on what sustainable growth and development means for Yorkshire. And that's why it's really great to bring people together in these sorts of events, bring people's thoughts together and really gather momentum. And thankfully, we clearly have the talent and capability in the region to do that, given the quality and breadth of the submissions this year. So I suppose all that leaves me to say is good luck to everybody, and I'll be back later to announce the winner. Thank you very much.
Here are the nominations for this year's RTPI Yorkshire Excellence Award. This award celebrates outstanding projects that demonstrate the power of planning in our region. Entries reflect the diversity of planning achievement, whether in urban or rural areas, large or small in scale, involving new development, planning policy documents, and examples of regeneration, heritage, and conservation. Anlaby and East Ella Flood Alleviation Scheme, entered by East Riding of Yorkshire Council. A unique engineering scheme that will help prevent flooding to more than 3,000 residents living in settlements in the East Riding of Yorkshire and the City of Hull. This multi-million-pound flood alleviation scheme, the result of collaborative working, has created a sophisticated engineering solution after devastating floods in June 2007, which affected hundreds of homes and businesses. The new measures are designed to control surface water, intercept floodwater, and divert the flow away from residential areas. The scheme is one part of a wider programme of flood alleviation to improve the drainage infrastructure in this area and enhance the flood protection offered to residents.
Australia Academy Sheffield. Joint project entered by DLP Planning, Race Cottam Associates, Sheffield City Council, Capital Delivery Service, Kier Construction Regional Building North and Scotland. Australia Academy is a new purpose-built through school in Burngrave, an inner-city district of Sheffield, and includes a refurbished Grade 2 listed landmark building to accommodate 1,400 pupils between ages 2 and 18. The school is divided into two elements, the Grade 2 listed former Piebank School and a new state-of-the-art building for older year groups. The school opened in 2018-19 and is already oversubscribed and is a key local employer in the Sheffield area.
Barbara Hepworth Building, entered by AHR Architects. The Barbara Hepworth Building is a £30 million development at the University of Huddersfield and was opened in 2019 and houses the School of Art, Design and Architecture, uniting these disciplines under one roof for the first time. Most strikingly, the 7,500 square metre building features a daring cantilevered floor projecting out towards the canal. The building includes an entrance atrium, which provides a central navigation point. Other facilities include the Materials Library, Textile Design Studios, Print and Dye areas, workshop areas, postgraduate research space, lecture space, and studios for photography, graphic design, product design and fashion, with CAD computer laboratories.
Charter Square, Heart of the City 2, Sheffield, entered by Sheffield City Council. Charter Square in the heart of Sheffield is the latest phase of the Heart of the City programme, a series of public realm and development projects which aim to transform the centre of Sheffield. The revamped space, which used to be a traffic-dominated roundabout and dual carriageway, now includes public spaces, seating areas and kiosks that can be used as restaurants and cafes. The multifunctional place promotes pedestrian and cycling routes, employing innovative planting techniques, and has created an attractive setting for new investments such as a cinema, restaurant and office space.
Climate Innovation District, Leeds, entered by Situ. The Climate Innovation District is a neighbourhood in Leeds city centre, which consists of more than 800 low-carbon homes alongside leisure facilities, offices and green spaces. The £250 million car-free development is the first of its kind in the UK and contains some of the most airtight and energy-efficient homes in the world, with the first few residents moving in early 2019. It will also include a primary school and care home once complete.
Cooper Gallery Cottage refurbishment, entered by NPS Barnsley. The Cooper Art Gallery cottage refurbishment aimed to transform an empty cottage at the back of the art gallery into an inspiring, innovative space for artists. The new development now includes an artist studio space, which provides a home to Barnsley's growing, vibrant creative sector and allows local college students to secure an exhibition at the gallery as a vital stepping stone in their career. The newly renovated cottage, which also includes a new cafe, tea rooms and exhibition space, opened in 2019.
Dixon's Trinity, Leeds, entered by DLP Planning. Dixon's Trinity is a pioneering new all-through primary and secondary school in Chapeltown, Leeds. The innovative school is part of the expansion of the top-performing Dixon's Academy Trust. The school is split across two sites, which are connected by a bespoke footbridge which runs across a busy road, enabling students to be dropped off and cross the road safely while minimising any traffic impact. The project will now provide 1,000 school places for the local Chapeltown and Hare Hills communities and has been completed, ready for pupils and staff to return once COVID-19 restrictions are lifted.
Garnet Wharf, entered by Barrett and David Wilson Homes. Garnet Wharf is in the historic market town of Otley and is a 194 homes development which has been transformed from a derelict paper mill site. Project completed in 2019 includes a mixture of housing, a retirement complex, office space and a visitor centre. The riverside location also features the installations of two Archimedes crews to form part of its impressive hydroelectric facility, generating electricity from the River Wear, making the development carbon neutral on an off-site basis. facility has a number of environmental initiatives, which also includes an otter hold, bat chambers, and a fish pass to help protect local wildlife.
Leeds Brownfield Regeneration Project, entered by Leeds City Council, Strata and Keepmoat Homes. The East Leeds Brownfield Regeneration Programme was established to unlock cleared land to drive a major neighbourhood renewal programme in the Leeds City Council's housing estates of East Leeds. The project involves 13 significant development sites across East Leeds. The overall regeneration will deliver close to 1,000 new homes in the neighbourhoods of Seacroft, Hulton Moor and Osmondthorpe, with a further 700 homes on land behind Seacroft Hospital. The investment is expected to create 900 new jobs.
Leeds Playhouse, entered by Page Park Architects. The Leeds Playhouse has been transformed by a radical refurbishment and extension, which includes a new entrance facing the city's bus station and includes the installation of 4 striking ceramic panels, forming a vibrant facade. Indoors, the reconfiguration of the 2 main theatre spaces has increased seating capacity and enhanced access, and a new flexible performance space has been created in the existing basement.
Nexus Leeds, entered by Associated Architects and WSP. Nexus is a leading innovation hub at the University of Leeds. In the year since the development opened, it has created 125 skilled jobs, and hub members have developed 37 products and services. The building on University campus includes office and lab space, along with meeting facilities, a cafe and exhibition space. It is located on the edge of a conservation area with protected views.
Royston Park Pavilion, Barnsley, entered by NPS Barnsley. Royston Park Pavilion has been given a new lease of life through a refurbishment scheme. Pavilion in the centre of the village of Royston, 4 miles from Barnsley town centre, had become neglected, underused and the subject of repeated vandalism. Now, the modernised pavilion has undergone a full makeover, which involved redesigning the internal layout, including meeting rooms, storage and toilet facilities for the local community. Thanks to refurbishment, Royston Pavilion is now a modern, spacious facility which is easy to keep clean and maintain and is regularly used by local community groups as well as sports teams.
Sky House, Ortybridge Mill, Sheffield, entered by Coda Planning Limited, Sky House Limited. Sky House Ortybridge is a new build housing scheme which delivers a high-density solution to housing in Sheffield. Building on the traditional back-to-back housing model, the 3-storey layout of the homes delivers large internal and external space within a high-quality building. The site provides 35 homes and 13 apartments. Outside there is courtyard parking, communal play areas and private terraces for each homeowner. This design approach includes regreening of former derelict land through introducing new planting, landscaping and opportunities for reintroduction of new ecosystems.
Sky House Waverley, entered by Coda Planning and Sky House. Sky House Waverley is a new build housing scheme which delivers a high-density solution to housing need in Rotherham as part of the new Waverley community. The scheme includes 44 homes on the former Algrave coking works site. Design of the homes features the traditional back-to-back terraced housing model, while using thoughtful design, quality construction and interesting architecture. The homes, many of which contain roof gardens, aim to create close-knit communities with their own facilities and avoiding the need to make car journeys as a matter of routine.
Bellevue Mills, the Cotton Mill, entered by Rusbond plc. The Cotton Mill Development Housing Scheme is part of the wider Skipton Bellevue Mills regeneration project, involving the conversion of mills to homes, offices and a gym. Bellevue Mills, established originally in 1828, played a pivotal role in the industrial development of the market town of Skipton. The Cotton Mill site, completed in 2018, contains 39 apartments delivered as the final element to an extensive restoration and repurposing programme.
The Glassworks Phase 1, entered by Barnsley Metropolitan Borough Council. The Glassworks Phase 1 is Barnsley's new retail and leisure destination located in the heart of the metropolitan centre. The development is named after Barnsley's heritage, which was previously a centre for the UK's glass-producing industry. The area is filled with shops, restaurants and leisure activities providing the heart and soul of the town. It houses Barnsley's famous award-winning market, chartered in 1249, and includes the library at the Lightbox, providing a hub for community activity and learning. Above the market sits Market Kitchen, providing a diverse eating and meeting experience, using locally sourced ingredients and seating 500 people, both in the building and on a terrace.
The Jean Bishop Integrated Care Centre, entered by Hull City Council. Opened in 2018, the Jean Bishop Integrated Care Centre has delivered a groundbreaking multidisciplinary model of healthcare to frail older people. The site in East Hull is improving how frail people are looked after, reducing unnecessary hospital appointments and making the remainder of their lives better. Through collaboration between the local authority, clinical commissioning group, emergency services and a local charitable RSL, the scheme has contributed to the redevelopment of a former school site, with a fire service presence set alongside healthcare workers, and a separate but highly compatible development of affordable bungalows for older people across the remainder of the site.
Vita Student Leeds St Albans, entered by Deloitte LLP and Fielden Clegg Bradley Studios. Vita Student St Albans development in Leeds City Centre is a student housing development targeted primarily at international and postgraduate students. The luxury serviced accommodation broadens the range of student accommodation in the city. The communal facilities include a mini cinema room, fully equipped gym, breakaway rooms for study, private dining room to be booked out by residents, large communal lounge with bar, pool table, table tennis and video gaming areas. The building site in the northeast of Leeds City Centre is part of the new Brigade Vision regeneration area at the fringe of the city's Grand Quarter conservation area.
Homes and Neighbourhoods, a guide to designing in Bradford. Entered by Tybald's Planning and Urban Design with urban design skills and City of Bradford Metropolitan District Council Department of Place. Homes and Neighbourhoods, a guide to designing in Bradford, is a framework document which will help the council, developers and house builders to collaborate in raising standards. The design guide aims to create successful places that enrich the quality of local people's lives in the youngest district in England and one of its most diverse. It has been tailored to the needs of Bradfordians by including representatives of the local community into the process. The final guide was well received by councillors and quickly supported. The people, both in the council and more widely among stakeholders who have been involved in shaping the guide, will now be in a strong position to ensure that it has an impact.
Hull Residential Design Guide, entered by Hull City Council and Harper Perry Architects. Hull Residential Design Guide is a housing guide and blueprint document which aims to set expectations for future housing in the city and is designed to improve living standards, future-proof high-quality homes, and meet housing requirements. By making the council's expectations for the design of new homes clear, the guide gives greater certainty to the planning process, which will enable Hull to meet the city's housing needs and also reduces risk for housing investors and developers. Due to the high quality of this year's entries, we have chosen to award 3 commended schemes, 1 highly commended scheme, and 1 overall winner. Although this was a tough decision to make, our first commended award goes to Sheffield City Council for Chartered Square, Heart of the City 2. Congratulations to Sheffield City Council for their fantastic achievement. Chartered Square is a brilliant scheme, and it is at the forefront of planning when it comes to transforming congested inner city areas into green, welcoming, friendly spaces for the benefits of the whole community. The scheme successfully attracts a wide range of investments and helps to adapt to climate change. Our second commended award this year goes to Hull City Council for the Jean Bishop Integrated Care Centre. Congratulations to Hull City Council for this great achievement. This is a fantastic planning-led project involving the reuse of a brownfield site, providing accommodation for older people. Case study shows an interesting process in realizing the scheme. Our final commended award this year goes to Barrett and David Wilson Homes for Garnet Wharf. Congratulations to Barrett and David Wilson Homes for their fantastic entry. This is an excellent scheme with very strong sustainability credentials. It is a good example of capitalizing on the opportunities available in sustainable energy generation, heritage and biodiversity.
Congratulations to this year's highly commended scheme, and that's Barnsley Metropolitan Borough Council for the Glassworks Phase 1. The Glassworks scheme will bring huge benefits to Barnsley's town centre, which includes Barnsley markets, a new retail space, a new food hall, a new library and a new community hub. Barnsley Council undertook an extensive pre-application consultation with key stakeholders, the local community and businesses to redevelop this former underused site successfully.
And now I'm thrilled to announce the overall winner. And the winner is Situ for the Climate Innovation District in Leeds. So real congratulations from me and the judges to the overall winner. An incredible achievement and a very inspirational scheme. The scheme has a highly innovative approach and sets itself truly apart from the others. All new build zero emissions homes and buildings are prefabricated on site through its own manufacturing facility. The Climate Innovation District is designed to be a car-free zone and the majority of the site is a publicly accessible open space. The scheme will also set a new benchmark regionally and nationally when it comes to sustainable urban living and adapting to climate change. So again, congratulations from me and all the judges and from everybody here. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to all the winners and to all the organizations who have entered this year. This highlights the high quality of schemes in our region and shows the importance and benefits of planning. The overall winner of this year, C2 Climate Innovation District, will now be going forward to the national awards, and we wish them the best of luck in this next stage of the competition. More information on all of today's finalists is now available on the RTPI Yorkshire website. There are case studies for you to read more about each of these standout projects. I also want to thank you again, the judges, for the time they have given to the awards and also the sponsors. If you're interested in being involved with the regional awards as an entry, judge or sponsor, please contact at yorkshire@rtpi.org.uk. Thank you very much.